Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't actually write anything on it.
The studio's in Montreux, you can sign that, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've signed it twice, me.
Yeah.
I've got a pen in it, I call it my Freddie pen.
Yeah.
Permanent marker.
So I mean, if you go to Abbey Road, you can write on the wall. They just repaint it every 3 weeks. So, you know, if you want to do it as a tribute, you should be able to do it as a tribute. So, here's another secret, okay?
Yeah.
Do you want a photograph of the three of you in front of the...
Yeah. I'll stand there and look.
Thank you.
Okay. So you see that grey garage? That's the garage for Garden Lodge.
Ah.
But there isn't any door to the garage. So how do you get from the garage to Garden Lodge?
Well, they're supposed to have got a mannequin, didn't they, and sneaked him out dressed up.
Well,
So,
The
there
tunnel.
seems to be a tunnel.
All right.
Because I've seen
Yeah.
Mary Austin driving there on a couple of occasions.
Really?
And I've been talking to the group, and I said, you know, is Mary Austin going to come out? You know, she's parked the car, and we waited, you know, 5-10 minutes. So yeah, we can get beneath. So that's how they managed to keep Freddie really, really low key.
sure enough, that one's something to keep Paul state in front of that, isn't he? He's not supposed to.
Exactly, yeah. Unless it belongs to Mary Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the secret garage. And the other issue, which you might like to know, is that the question about where Freddie's ashes are scattered.
Yeah.
And one of the locations is a cherry tree in this garden. And why the cherry tree? Well, it's a kind of link. The guy, the Canadian air steward, who was sort of patient number one, his ashes, or he's buried beneath a cherry tree in Canada. Rock Hudson is buried beneath a cherry tree out in Beverly Hills, and so Freddie's ashes were scattered beneath a cherry tree. Going back to Mary Austin, not that I've got anything against Mary Austin. I always found it surprising that when Freddie died, people like Jim Hutt, I thought they had the impression they could live here. Freddie told them they could live here as long as they wanted.
Yeah.
He gave them what, $500,000.
Yeah.
And whatever. But within a year, Mary had thrown Jim out. Taken the cats and they went back to living it. And I don't know. I just thought that was weird. To be honest, you know.
Yeah.
But on YouTube you can find some very nice shots of Freddie's Christmases. Have you seen
them?
Yeah, they're quite nice, because it was quite homely.
Oh yeah.
And yet other times there were massive parties.
Yeah.
So there you are.
But I watched a thing on YouTube, and they said that room was really nice.
Yeah. And I've got no reason to doubt that. Yeah. Because he had a big bedroom, didn't he? A massive bedroom, and that's quite a big space, So you've been here, yeah? You've done it?
Yeah. Last.
Right. So, let's go and see Brian Bacon's.
Yeah.
Yeah, go and give him a knock, Brian. Listen, he's going to come with us tomorrow.
Not in fact,
He comes with us tomorrow.
Get goose don't you?
You are a couple of 100 yards from the A4, the main road, yeah? And then just on the other side of A4 is Earl's Court. So you could be in Earl's Court, in the bars and the pubs. a 15-minute walk.
All right.
Yeah, and there was there was one pub next to the Troubadour that was a pub that Freddie frequented. You know, that must have been back in the late 60s, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so maybe, you know, you had good memories of Earl's Court, and
Yeah.
you're not too far from Kensington either, so it's a nice part of the world to live in. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you reckon the value is of it today?
Again, you're talking, I would reckon, upwards of 20 mil.
Yeah.
Upwards. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a big plot,
Yeah.
as well as being a big house.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess maybe more because of the association with Freddie.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's another interest. You know, Paul McCartney's house. You know, he paid, with a lot of renovation, he paid about 40 grand back in 1967,
Mm.
and people reckon that's worth, because of the Paul McCartney links, worth about 21-22 million, and it's quite a small house. You know, it's the plot is probably a third of this.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous money anyway, isn't it? You know.
But on that video I was watching, it said, I didn't know, I don't know, but they said it's pretty much unchanged
Yeah.
from when Freddie lived there.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, because I think, you know, Freddie, when he bought the place in '83, he spent a lot of money getting it as he wanted it,
Yeah.
and I don't think he made a lot of changes. And you know, okay, I mean, '87 he was diagnosed
Yeah.
and he was not well, so I don't think he would have moved it. And again, remember, you know, he spent, after '87, he spent a lot of time in Montreux,
Yeah, he did, yeah.
and
yeah.
before that, he was spending a lot of time in Munich.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe
Early 80s New
Yeah.
York. You know,
Yeah.
there's
Exactly.
Parliament in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to be frank, maybe he did spend a lot of time here until the end, when
Yeah.
he wanted, you know,
Yeah.
total privacy. But it was the kind of place that rock stars bought,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at Brian's place, shall we? Okay, not a million miles.
Is this that one that got flooded?
No, this, yeah, the one we're going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I've got some interesting information about the place. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we're heading. We're heading to a place called Holland Park, which is one of the coolest parts of London at the moment. You know,
Yeah.
if you're a celeb and you've got 35 mil to spend, it's where you'd be looking for a place. So let's have a look.